What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Esports Arena Online. Your boys, Luke Shimon Hebrew and Spirits are back. And it's Friday. We're casting some TFT, guys. We are in our first round of our 7 p.m. PST bracket. It just started. So if you guys wanted to sign up, you missed it. But go ahead and sign up for next week's tournaments. They are already live on matchuno.com/ESA or exclamation point sign up in chat. But enough about that. The tournament is already underway. Let's throw it straight into round number one. We got Sphinx here, who is actually a Grandmaster player, and he's nuts. And in this game, just since we missed the carousel was all needlessly large rods, and he got a Poppy. So that about catches us up on where we're at.
Yeah, easy rabbit-ons right off the bat on that Poppy. Throw it on there.
You know, it's pretty good. And also shout out to the Halo Draft League for the raid. I was watching you guys stream a little bit earlier. Halo Community Gang. Now, I have a feeling that there should be some Candyland action today, and I feel like we haven't been Candylanded enough.
Well, is tourney count in this event? That's like a good question. I guess I should start that off with.
Of course.
Okay, so
who do you think pays his bills?
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, we are in this game. Looks like he actually built a pretty early Morellos, which is interesting. Ends up selling off the Poppies, not going the Candyland gang. Doesn't really have, I guess, a clear direction. Definitely not interested in the Protectors
at all right now. Yeah, obviously they're so bad right now. Like, you cannot win with Protectors. Like, it won't happen ever.
So I mean, with the Morellos though, like, I'm just sitting here trying to think, like, what's the plan? What do we do with the Morellos and a tier? Like, what does that make me want to play?
You could do Infiltrator Mech. I mean, if you really wanted to, right? I mean, you can. What else?
Okay, Infiltrator Mech. That's true. I mean, you could go Candyland. They're good Candyland items for TF. There's TF right there. That's also a 2-star Kaya or Zaya though. And Zaya is another pretty heavy carry unit that we've seen a lot in this new meta, but at the same time, like, doesn't really have the items for it yet. So it picks up another Poppy. I mean, it's about as strong as he can be right now. He's counting to see if he can make Econ. Can't actually hit it. Goes ahead and starts selling everything off. Ignoring the Zayas. Okay, looks like he's kind of back on the Candyland train here. He wasn't worried too much about those 2 Poppies he sold off earlier. He wanted to make sure he had his options open. And now we're kind of circling back to Candyland. And that's something that, a lot of players, that can separate a lot of players is, a player will, get a Poppy in the opening carousel with let's maybe even an unoptimal item, right? Like, that makes it even easier to sell. And they'll just keep it because they're like, oh, well, I want to 3-star my Poppy, so I can't lose this one Poppy. And it's like, well, there's actually a ton of Poppies. And if you're hyper rolling, the difference between like one unit is usually not much of an issue, especially for those 1 costs that you are hard rolling for the whole time. So it's just one of those things where, a lot of the times it is the right play. I'm not saying it's never going to come back and bite you, but it puts the unit back in the pool, right? So there's a chance that it even just comes right back to you instantly. So sometimes you just got to roll, or sometimes you just got to sell your early Poppies and then roll for some more later, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always torn, for in between that decision. Like, do I want to like hit my 2-star quicker and become stronger, or do I want to like make a certain item on a specific unit?
Well, if the unit is a item dependent unit, the answer is always yes.
Exactly. Like back when, exactly. Back like when the protector days, like I would always like, if I needed a Morellos on my Recon, right? On my 3-star Recon. I needed a Sojins on my 3-star Recon. So like those like if I got those items on another unit, I would always sell to specific. So yeah, on a case by case basis for sure. If if the unit needs that power, that item, to really be useful,
That's one of the reasons I hate Lilac Nebula Galaxy, is because you get screwed. Like, you literally almost are guaranteed to get an unoptimal 4-cost unit with an item you don't want.
All roads point to Candyland.
Our resident Candyland expert Filthy Filth in the chat.
Yeah, how'd that game go, Filthy Filth? By the way, did you win in your game with Candyland?
He top 4. That's what matters. And we also won our extreme Red Demon dungeon. So
okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll just okay.
It's the highest ranked Red Demon you can fight in the game. Shane.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well,
listen, you come on, chat. You guys see this guy? He doesn't even play 7 Deadly Sins, bro. What a nobody.
Sorry, I'm a filthy cat.
Ever heard of it, bro? 5 million downloads. Ever? I'm just kidding. I have no idea how many downloads it has. I'm just messing around. But he seems to be doing pretty well so far. Esports Arena 2, 002, taking some heavy heaters. Weak Esports Arena.
I thought that, like they've been practicing. I thought they'd do better this week.
Yeah, nope. You know us. Esports Arena 001 and 002 always getting last.
God, man.
They rarely make it past Crocs.
Man, how much do we pay those guys again? Shit.
Not enough. Not enough for the incredible work they do. How dare you? That's not really Kale. I mean, you have to take the Kale, right? Look at this. This is instant Valkyrie buff. Like, that's pretty good this early. But J4 is also pretty good. You know, we've talked a lot about that 75, or what is it, 100% attack speed?
The the J4?
Yeah.
J4 goes to up to 100, correct?
It's like, yeah. It's like 75 all the way up to 100. So it's just
it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's 50, 75, 100.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. And yeah, it's insane. Like I remember the first time we figured out like it actually worked that way, and we're just like, what? Yeah, 100% attack speed is good.
It's the best temporary attack speed in the game almost.
Like what what the percentage cap the attack speed caps out at?
So it's not a percentage necessarily, right? Because like a percentage just buffs whatever your attack speed is, right? So if your attack speed in this scenario is like 0.5, if you get a 100% attack speed bonus, you would go to 1, right? So the attack speed I think is like 1.7 or 1.9, I want to say. Chat, feel free to correct me or inform me if I'm wrong. And if you correct me / inform me that I'm wrong, I'll give you free stuff. This is fun. I love having free stuff to give people. What kind of free stuff you guys want? I can think of so many free things I have.
Yeah, well, I mean, got some trivia questions ready for this part. Aren't we giving something
Hey,
away?
we'll see. The chat's got to ask. You know what I mean? I need the chat to be there with me. I mean, I get that everyone's at home just vibing, loving some TFT, which is cool. I'm all for it. But if you guys want giveaways, you got to engage. That's just how it is.
Engage. Sick of this resident sleeper. You know what I mean? Like, who wants Red Bull? Chat.
There it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, resident sleepers, dude. Wake up, chat.
This is Red Bull. Maybe if you had some Red Bull, you wouldn't be asleep.
I've been seeing some people build that item, that like portal item, the one that summons like a crystal thing after it dies, whatever the hell it's called. Zerat. Yeah, I've been seeing people build.
Never use that item.
I've been seeing people build that more often because they've been opting to have like 1 or 2 tanky units in the front with like 1 or 2 of those items, and then that way their front line is like way tankier, and they don't have to have like extra units in instead, but they just have meat shields to hold for their front line. So I've been seeing that a lot with like the new Celestial builds with like they'll have a J4 3-star and throw like a Zerat on them. What's up, Becky Bear? It's it's interesting because sometimes you just have those like leftover items and you don't know exactly what to do with them with that build. So it's like, sure, I guess like if my J4 dies, which is just one big meat shield, then just another big meat shield will just pop in and start taking some hits. So
yeah, it's not terrible, but I mean, like it's like one of those items like what is it, heals or whatever, that attack haste one where it's like you can always better, you know?
Yeah. So I definitely don't think it's necessarily great, but it is interesting that people are starting to try to kind of utilize that more and kind of fit it into their various builds. I'm not saying that I'm seeing it too much, but definitely here and there. And I think if I built like obviously like a super perfect game, and I think that a lot of times with the Treasure Trove Galaxy, that's kind of what happens, where like you get so many items and so much gold that you can really just like build a perfect comp based on how many items, all your items. So it's like, sometimes you just get everything and you just want to go that direction. And and you can't afford to use those extra items on some of your frontline units just to kind of create that extra barrier between your carries and them. Especially since Infiltrator has definitely died down in popularity. Like usually there's like maybe max one.
Yeah, I mean you don't see much
one mech
Infiltrator,
player, and
yeah,
if there's not mech, there's no way they have Infiltrator really.
pretty much because there's no other like optimal like Infiltrator build that's not mech Infiltrator. Like, and with that recent mech Infiltrator nerf, like that combo wombo, you know, mainly the mech nerf.
Acidic Meat sitting down there at 69 HP. It's a combo. There's a lot going on there. Sphinx up here against its Bolt. Its Bolt is on a fudge and dunk-tastic experience. Whew, almost lost myself there for a second. But we dunked away. Its Bolt taking that one home. Pretty good. I'm peeking over real quick on my other screen over at Overdrive Mind, who's also in this lobby. Down there with the stick meat. All right, so we're in the carousel. We're looking for what we want. It's like Fink's gonna go. Gets the spat. Spatula is such an interesting item because it's like not honestly.
Not a goodness set, dude, because you never get two of them. I feel like anymore. Like before, I used to be able to get like one like early game, and I always knew like I would have another chance at like getting another one somewhere throughout the game. Almost every game, it felt like.
Why not be casting since he's a huge FPS guy and has never played anything outside of Halo, so he has no idea what's going on. Okay, Shane, as an FPS guy, I need you to, in FPS terms, describe it to Why Not here in chat in terms he would understand.
Describe to the FPS guy what TFT is.
Yeah.
Oh,
help him out.
Man.
Help him out, bro. He doesn't know what's going on. He's only played Halo before. He doesn't
played Halo in your life. Okay.
Yeah, so the terms you might want to use are things like red, blue, gun,
reload. You always just gotta know reload. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, I'm just messing around.
We're memeing. No. Oh yeah. No, I mean you just it's kind of like has he played a card game? Has he played a card game? You played?
No. He's only played Halo, bro.
Like a real, like an IRL card game though. Like you ever?
No, he's only played Halo.
Halo, that is it. He is a Halo main.
This guy came out holding the Xbox controller, and he's been grinding since day one.
Yeah,
he only plays Halo. They said, "Hey, do you want to try this game out?" He said, "Halo," and they said, "What?" No, and he said, "Nice. All right, let's play." And then he started playing Halo, and he never looked back.
All right, well, this is what you do. You pick you have choices of a bunch of different guns, right?
All right, hold on. Slow it down.
All right. Well, you have these choices of different guns, right? And these guns are units, okay?
Okay.
And
you're doing a bad job. I'm taking over. Okay, so listen. There's 8 other people, okay?
Oh,
sorry. There's 7 other people, okay? Okay, there's 7 other people and you, okay? You have to pick out of all of the guns. Nice, got it. They give you, okay? You have to fuse those together. The more of the same type of gun you get, they fuse and make a better gun, and then you shoot each other, and then whoever shoots each other better wins. That's it. Easy as that. How did I do, Shane?
Yeah, you did great. You explained everything perfectly. There's no questions, so let's move on. All right.
Oh yeah, he actually says he was really big with Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic.
See, that's what I was asking.
I was just messing around, dude. The guy said he's never played anything but Halo. Somehow I'm now more confused. All right, we lost Adrenaline. Oof. What's your Discord tag? Her Discord tag is meow. Gotcha. Surprise.
Dreidel needs that translated into Animal Crossing.
I got you. Okay, so basically there's 7 other animals, okay? And what you want to do is you want to pick up as many of the same type of bugs, the same species of bugs as you can, right? So if you like have a bunch of common butterflies, you want to get a bunch more common butterflies, right? You know what I'm saying? So then you pick up all those common butterflies, but sometimes you want the rare butterflies, but you just want a bunch of butterflies, right? You don't necessarily want to get like a tarantula because that doesn't fuse well with the butterfly. So you pick up a bunch of butterflies. The more rare butterflies do more damage, and then you have your butterflies fight against, let's say, a dude who has a bunch of tarantulas, and then it's butterflies versus tarantulas. You're welcome.
And there you
gotta explain TFT like the YouTube ad and not like the tutorial in TFT. How does the YouTube ad explain TFT. Do you want to have a cute penguin and run around and do super fun stuff, epic battles? Wow, penguins! It's like, wait, I feel like the game has a lot to do with penguins.
I'm pretty sure I've heard an ad actually, and it's like, oh my god, how did it go? Jeez.
How did it go?
Oh man, I saw.
Is that really how it is? Wow. All right, guys. I don't know. We're not gonna talk about it anymore.
We're not gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I got the information, but I don't want to do it. So you guys are gonna have to Google it. Sorry. I'm just gonna like Google TFT ad. It didn't work. So it's been pretty interesting watching our boy Sphinx here as he kind of cruises himself into the mid game. He's definitely ended up committing to this infiltrator mech pilot build that we've seen, pretty much be around since the beginning of this set, and hasn't really gone anywhere. It was a little OP for a little while, but ended up getting kind of pushed back down to mankind. So now there's usually one mech pilot player, as you can't really play it if it is contested. As there's no 1-cost units in the build, really. But I guess unless you're going for like a 3-star Kha'Zix, which it kind of looks like he is going for a 3-star Kha'Zix. That's another 2-star on his bench, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's 1 2-star.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, Overdrive actually got beat there. Let's jump over to Overdrive. It looks like he just lost a fight to Sphinx, so now might be a good time to kind of check out what he's been doing over here. I believe he is one of our newer players. He played in our earlier bracket as well. And he did pretty decent, so we'll see how he's going to be doing here today. Looks like he's going kind of like that Xayah Hyper Roll Celestial Protector style build with the Rakan. And he actually built the Morellos on Ashe and not Rakan. I don't
agree.
Don't
agree.
It explains the fusing of units like that. I have no idea what's going on. Nice profile pic. I think there it is. It's more than Beyblade. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ooh, this guy's going like that mana printing rebel style build. And it looks like it was enough. That Ashe arrow did so much damage. He might be just going for 3-star Ashe. I think that's why he did it. I think he knows he's not going to 3-star this Rakan. So he just wants to 3-star the Ashe and have like a really, really strong Ashe, which you can't blame him. We'll see what he ends up picking item-wise, though, here.
There's an Ashe there in the carousel as well. Maybe he'll grab that.
He wants another belt.
Interesting. What can he make? That belt. What does he have on the
Maybe he wants a red buff?
Red buff for Xayah?
I guess. It's either that or he's building the whatever that item's called. I forgot it was the Zerat. It's either that or he's building the Zerat, maybe.
Zerat for J4?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he did. Look, he built the Zerat. It actually fused.
In Zao? Celestial. Oh, I guess.
Well, it auto fused. It auto fused.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. That's what he wanted, though. I wonder if he had to have meant to do that, right?
I don't know if he meant to do the fusing part, but based on what he's building in that item, I think it makes sense. Like, I don't think it's a bad build. I don't mind, or a bad item for this. I don't mind it. This is the exact build I was talking about it being worth something in. So I'm all for him using it. Ooh, Aurelia taking that arrow to the face. Yeah, you see that?
Caitlyn interrupted Caitlyn's ulti got interrupted. Well,
that's really unfortunate because if she would have had that ulti, she might have been able to actually clutch this round out. Yeah, because it would have instantly KO'd
the Vi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Nico. That is the 4th protector. If he wants to slide that in. He's going with a big no. He actually just picked up a Vi. He's going to be throwing Vi in for that brawler buff for now. That's really interesting, actually.
Instead of the 2-star J4.
The 2-star J4 that also has the protector buff, but he just wants to, yeah, okay, he's swapping it back. He said, "Never mind. That didn't feel as good as it probably should have."
Yeah. Even though protectors aren't good, just let J4 just gonna be tankier and giving it free pace to the bare minimum.
That
Oh,
attack speed
there
buff.
goes
Oh
that
my
3-star
gosh.
Dunk Master flex coming
He actually
in.
did end up getting stopped. However, wow, actually, this Caitlyn is popping off. Oh, and there's another. There's another one, dude. You see the item? It's everywhere. I told you.
Oh yeah, is this the new move? Is this what the cool kids are doing?
I told you.
God, I didn't get the memo. Makes sense.
Adds up.
So calculated.
All right, so we have made it to Raptors. So this is gonna be the pretty much the remainder. Marina K91 falling short this time around. Good showing from her this week, however. She probably did pretty good, I'd say, this week in comparison to her last couple weeks. So good stuff. Well played. I like that. That's the improvement. This is such a stacked lobby or a stacked bracket every single week that like she just keeps coming back and keeps growing it. So love that. GG. See you next week. And Overdrive Mind here might be next on the chopping block. He's got about an 11 health difference from the next leader, which is Acidic Meat, who, speaking of which, just hit level 8.
It's Bolt. Something to know. It's Bolt actually just hit the 3-star Kassadin, actually running a Mana Reaver build. So that's something to look out for.
Kassadin's pretty cool. I like Kassadin as a unit a lot. His like ulti is nuts. I don't really know. I wish like he could be more of a carry, I guess, because I think Kassadin's such a cool unit in general. I don't really feel like he's much of a carry unit, but I really do think he's a great addition to a lot of comps. I like that he went for Protector here. It's really hard. I feel like he doesn't have Mystic, and I feel like the Protector buff isn't really doing as much as he probably would want it to. He just kind of gets absolutely rolled through there. Oof, doesn't die, barely survives, has 4 HP left. He is level 8 now. Throws in a Wukong there, actually. I like that a lot. Finally get rid of that Blitzcrank. Yeah, he's got to roll. If he could hit this Ashe. He missed a Nico there. That's a little unfortunate. Isn't able to hit the Ashe either. This might be it, guys. Remember, the top 5 players are advancing from this tournament. Tree Man, yeah. Is Force Celestial 4 Protector a top tier comp right now? I don't see it a lot. It is not a top tier comp right now. I would say it's probably B tier. You usually only run 2 Protector with this build. And you don't actually end up going. You focus more on Xayah and whatnot. But that's going to be it. That's going to be it for Overdrive Mind. He's going to be going down there. GG's Overdrive. Thanks for playing, man. We'll see you next week. Sphinx is still alive. We're actually hopping over to Acidic Meat here as we also has his live stream. Yes, dude. I love this guy.
He's got the cam on. I like it.
Okay, guys. So top 5 advance, which means Acidic Meat is in it. He's living. He's thriving. Okay. He's not going anywhere. No problems at all.
Ooh, look at his opponent with the 3-star Kaisa and 3-star Annie, it looked like, inside of the mech. See how this hands out. This one might be close.
Sorry, I'm failing to get his Twitch stream, but I got
Yeah,
it
but
because I'm the best.
Sick Meek actually gets taken out by
Sphinx has that crazy 3-star rumble with the Dragon's Claw. Brutal.
yeah, that's
Sphinx definitely starting to sneak up. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Looks like both him and its Bolt are just dominating this lobby, but hey, they all already advanced, so Sick Meat is in a good mood. He is chilling. Not only did he already advance, but he might even die early to have time for a snack. He's on it.
one way to think about it. So looks like they're it's gonna come down to Sphinx and Bolt. It's Bolt. I want to see that.
Yeah, it's definitely what it
really
looks
turn
like.
off.
I'm not sure exactly what Crazy Giraffe and Sip and Bug have. Looking at Acidic Meat's board here, I mean, obviously Brawler Blaster is a very in-game comp. Easily carry him. He has such a stacked Kale, but looking at, I mean, obviously there's no MF here. He is level 8. Decent gold. Hasn't even been able to 2-star the Cho'Gath, unfortunately, though. And yeah, I guess I mean, at the end of the day, right? He's just missing that fourth blaster. He has that Kalen instead. It's definitely not super ideal, but obviously plenty enough to get him to where he needed to be for this game. And that's really what it's about, right? It's like you play differently, knowing that you only need top 5. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
I don't need to take the risk because like when I'm playing a game and I want to get first place, like you have to play risky. You know what I mean? Like just jeez, mercy, the
Dude,
dunks, man.
someone stop it. He would have
Yeah,
lost if he didn't. Dude, Acidic almost died from that, and he would have probably won if he didn't get dunked so hard. To be honest, like,
just across the whole room.
yep.
Just like absolute disaster. All right, guys. Well, I mean, obviously, everyone in this lobby is alive and thriving, and will be in the next game. Assuming that Sphinx and its bolt, I mean, its bolt's probably going to win. He is the Dunk King. It's fine. Let's jump over to one of our other lobbies. I know Pinoy and Scrub Casual are in their game. We can shoot over to Pinoy's cam first, as he's also running Infiltrator Mech. So it looks like this build is definitely something to keep our eyes on. Kind of a sleeper agent, if you will, something that a lot of people have been using as it's not very contested, but still very capable of getting those high placements. So we have him actually fighting Dread Josh here, who's a newcomer, I believe, to our events, and it's coming down pretty close. It was barely enough, close to that Alpinoid taking a little bit of damage there. Never what he wants to see, but no problem. Scrub Casual, actually down to 12 HP, in danger of getting eliminated, is able to get that GA, which is definitely, I mean, I feel like, dude, when I get a free GA from Carousel, bro,
Yeah, GA is definitely one of the most contested items in the game because you always want to throw that on your carry, no matter what it is, because obviously it lets your carry reset, and get off either another game-changing ultimate or just AD through, with its stacked items. So
he just comes back. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. Your carry comes back to life. You want that. That is good. Put it on your carry, like.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not bad. I mean, 3-star Kaisa, 3-star Annie, so many stats. 2 mech players, really. Who else was it? I didn't see.
Not sure. Saw another one.
Okay, Gitrog's got the super OP build. Professor TV is running Bang Bros. Like the sound of that. Dude, remember how good Bang Bros was for like an hour? That was awesome.
Did they nerf him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sounded pretty sad about that.
I mean, it's not like it's like bad. It's just,
It's not the OG Bang.
Yeah, this is it now. This is what it's evolved to. It's not the same Bang Bros. It's not even Bang Bros anymore. Now it's like Bang Family. I don't like the sound of that name. We're gonna scrap the name and delete the VOD. We're done. Delete the VOD. Delete the freaking VOD.
Never happened. Never happened.
Oh man, yikos. That's so funny. He's gonna 3-star this Rumble here, really any second. That's gonna be a big upgrade. I know in this last patch they did nerf the mech pilot, making it a little bit less tanky, which is obviously nice. As its base health both got decreased, as well as the percentage of stats it shares from its the unit it's combining out of. So definitely something to kind of keep in mind there. But we're going to see this 3-star Rumble will be quite a big upgrade. I think it's instead of 50% of their stats, it takes like 45 or 40%, something like that. So definitely a decent amount, but not a game changer, or not a game ender, obviously, for the comp, as he's got this Shaco with an IE, who's just doing so much work, got so many kills in the backline there. Wasn't quite enough to finish it off. Looks like Scrub Casual is barely hanging on. Pretty powerful Candyland build here. This is what we call the Invincible Poppy. Although it is only 2-star, it does have perfect items across the board. So as you can see here, it is actually invincible. And that's okay. Like sometimes you just can't.
It's so gross, dude.
Cammy has died in chat.
Yeah, why does that get to exist? Like,
Why does it have to
literally,
be the way that it is?
yeah, like who
It's just
said
the way. It's just the way
send
the
it
cookie
live?
crumbles, man. Yeah, send it
Yeah,
live, dude.
send
Thanks,
it live.
Riot. No, I
That's
was kidding.
balance. You know, it's all your
Yeah, it
fault.
is. It is a little rough. You know, it's such a delicate balance of like, you know, wanting to have the appropriate powerful tanks to actually tank damage, right? Because that's what tanks are supposed to do. They're supposed to be able to absorb and be that front wall and not instantly die, which is what items like Bramble Vest and Dragon's Claw and Titan's Resolve. That's what items like this do. However, it's pretty rough when you end up creating tanks that, you know, your whole entire board is attacking. Like I've had literally 6v1s against poppies I couldn't kill before.
It's the problem.
Um,
The problem is because it, like, just her mechanic of way how it scales with death cap, right? And then the second problem is that they buff Vanguard 2-star buff, so she just gets insane armor buff by default without having to go 4-star Vanguard. So yeah,
That's true. It's true. And this is actually the 3-star infiltrators are in there. He does have this super useless protector buff, which is cool. It's literally just like some free armor. I guess you just throw it on whoever. But actually, it's HP, right? Yeah, it's
What was
just
that?
free HP. The protector item that he just has sitting there. Oh my gosh, Gitrog
Very
is so
healthy.
strong. What the heck? Gitrog, get out of here, dude.
Dude, Garrock came to play today.
Top 5 advanced. That is top 5, guys. Scrub Casual and Oh God both being eliminated. GG's. Well played. Oh, and Oodle My Noodle. Sorry, I couldn't see you below Pinoy's
Not
giant
Oodle my
black box,
noodle.
I guess you could say.
Not Oodle my noodle.
No, the problem with Poppy is that she can gain Mando while shielded and doesn't decay. You know, I actually agree with that. That's something that I've noticed a lot, which is so annoying, is that like while her shield is still active, she's just spamming she's just spamming more damn shield. So I definitely agree with that. I think that would be a pretty good change, Daily Mafia. I would like to see that change. I think that's a good way to do it. But also, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like we've had a lot of issues with like Dragon's Claw and Bramble Vest already. I like items like Titan's Resolve that give you that mix between offense and defense. Having those purely defensive items that just like shut down complete units is like, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting, I guess. I'm excited to see like which direction they end up continuing to take those like specific items because I know they've nerfed Dragon's Claw repeatedly in the past. Because like initially I think it was 98% magic resist. If I'm being honest, I believe.
I thought it was 90, but that would be insane if it actually
No,
was 90 at
initially,
one point.
initially.
Yeah, initially.
Now it's down to 83. It is now down to 83%. Which is quite the reduction. Let's see. I'm trying to find.
It's 50% now.
What?
They nerfed it to 50.
Is it really 50%?
That's what I thought too, and I didn't say anything, but no, it's confirmed in chat.
Oh yeah, it is 50 now. Okay, 83%. It is now. It's now 50. Wow, actually, it doesn't even seem that good. Or that seems balanced. I guess I would say more than anything. I could have sworn it used to be higher.
I'm telling you, it's mainly the
in set one.
It's mainly just the mechanic of how she can gain mana, use her shield, and the shield scales with the Raptors. Like that factor right there, and then also the Vanguard buff just gives her insane armor, and then while she can have carries doing damage, and people don't get pigeonholed in for that. All that.
Yeah.
That's where it starts to scale too much.
I like what the history of all the nerfs. I'm like looking for it on like patch history. It's right here.
All right. Cammy, you only like set 1 because you're all about that Yordle gang, Yordle gang, Yordle gang.
Set 1 was 83%. Got you. Set 1, hard heart. Didn't play set 2. Yeah, that was a smart move, Daily Mafia. You didn't miss much. There you go. What's up, Mega Moose? Set 1. Wing. I miss my Yordles, bro. They have to bring Yordles back. No way they don't bring Yordles back. We need some Yordle love, dude. I missed that one, but so Pinoy he's in there. Top 3. I mean, I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to beat Gitrog, right? Like, what are the odds?
Gitrog wins, dude. Medium legend, 116 HP. Like, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it does feel like a wrap.
Closest person to him with 27 HP.
Ooh, Professor TFT getting the 2-star Aurelian Soul. It's always pretty helpful.
Wonder if it has Morelos.
We're gonna find out. Gitrog is so strong, it's insane. Damn Zaya, man. Like, once you get that last whisper and IE on Zaya, she just tears through all of your family, all of your friends. Just, it's over, you know? So much damage. The 90% armor pen just disappears. Here comes Pinoy trying to defeat the Zaya god who just killed the mech and his 3-star Kaisa and his 3-star Shake.
So
It's just killing
gross. It's just like,
everything.
yep, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. I mean, I don't know what's
And
most scary, like a
meanwhile, over
3-star
here, the
Zaya.
Zaya, oh, his ghost actually almost did it. The Zaya, of course, defeating everybody. This will be the last round, I can only assume.
Yeah.
Or the next round, I mean.
Yeah. After
He gets a Warmogs. I mean, you're just gonna throw that on. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Your mech pilot can't hurt.
pilot, yeah, for sure. So it's on it. That's for sure what you do every time. Throw it on your 3-star Rumble. Call it a day.
I mean, I don't know. Like, there's no chance, right? Like, Gitrog obviously wins this, and tell us why he's your favorite player, Shane.
I've been supporting him since day one. I love his name. I mean, he's the Gitrog monster, and the Gitrog monster has come back. So, and he comes back each and every week, showing us why he's one of the top players in our tournament. So, I don't know. I'm just a fan. You know what I mean? If he sold T-shirts, I would buy one. I would subscribe. I'm all about it. And yeah.
And he's incredible. I mean, he's been winning so much recently, like these last 2 weeks especially. Like, he had a little bit of a dry period in that middle Rebel era, but now he's back and he's just slapping.
Absolutely. Very consistent. Sure. I think he fell off a little bit after like the first couple of weeks, but you know, I've stuck true to my word.
That's true, you have.
You know,
we didn't see big performance from him for a little bit, but he always comes back. He is very resilient, and he's been really consistent recently. So I'm excited to see some more of that. Pinoy living through. He rolled the dice and he won. He'll be taking second place here. And as we watch this last fight unfold, I'm just double checking the other lobbies. It looks like the lobby we watched initially with Sphinx. He ended up taking third place. What happened?
3-star Aurelia for the Gitrog man at the end. No, he literally left. Did he leave the game when he saw the 3-star? He surrendered when he saw the 3-star Aurelia.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh!
What are you gonna do? Who wants to get taken down by another 3-star Aurelia? Like I said in our other lobby, Sphinx ended up with third place. It's Bolt and the Crazy Giraffe are actually in their final 1v1. 4 versus 3 HP. So that one will be closing out in just a second here. But we do have all of our players ready for our semifinals, which will be 2 lobbies that we'll be running, and then 4 from each will be moving on to our grand finals, guys. So thanks so much for everyone who's been hanging out so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Feel free to drop a follow or a subscribe. Hit us with that Twitch Prime. Always appreciate you guys. Get those esports arena emotes. We're going to take a quick break while we set up the next lobby and get those players ready to rock and roll. If you guys want to sign up for next week's tournaments or any of our other tournaments, as we also host events for Halo, Gears 5, Call of Duty, Fortnite, obviously TFT, League of Legends, Super Smash Brothers. I mean, pretty much Apex Legends, like pretty much anything you can think of, guys. So feel free to head over to matchtuner.com/ESA or just ! Sign up in chat. Thank you. Technically Techno in chat there. But yeah, again, thanks for everyone for hanging out, and we'll cruise right back with our semifinals. What is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Esports Arena Online. Of course, it is Friday. That means TFT action all day with your boy Shmonahi and Spirit. We are jumping into our second tournament of the day, round 2, which is the semifinals. The top 4 players of both of these lobbies, we have 2 lobbies running, will be advancing to our grand finals and trying to fight for their share of this $300 prize pool. So, hope you guys are having a good time. Exclamation point, sign up in chat if you guys want to join any of our tournaments through the rest of the week or next week or the weeks after that. But enough about all that jazz. Let's get some TFT action rolling with Mega Moose jumping right into the game here. We are in the Reroll Galaxy for the semifinal match here, and that means we're going to see a lot of action. You know, this Galaxy is so cool because you have the ability to literally replace your bench and replace your board every single turn because you see double the units literally every round, no matter what. So it's so cool. I really, I'm a big fan of this specific. Of this specific galaxy because I do believe it allows for that skill barrier to kind of spread its wings a little bit, where like some of the more like with some of the RNG factors of TFT are reduced a little bit when you do get that extra roll, but also in other senses, some of those RNG factors are magnified because there is now a whole nother roll every single turn, which just increases,
I didn't get it. Oh,
the nonsense, right? But the nonsense is what makes TFT fun. It's when you
Absolutely.
don't get any nonsense that TFT isn't fun. So I feel like the reroll universe allows you to, you know, have a higher chance to be able to actually compete in the game instead of feeling like you low rolled.
I feel like like all the different universes definitely keep the game interesting, right? I mean, I feel like if they didn't have the different universes in the game would get stale. To be honest, you know what I mean? And I think that they did a great job this time with adding these different universes, and I can't wait to see what else they add.
And it's
Reroll
just like
being one of the newer ones.
one of the things that's really cool about a game like TFT is, let's say like I only build Candyland, right? Like a lot of the times, like every game can feel the same, which isn't a good user experience or a gamer experience, right? Like because you want to have that variance, you want to react when something crazy happens, and exactly to your point, like the galaxies, contrary to like the elemental tiles or whatever, right? Like I feel like the galaxies add so many layers to the game. It makes it's like I have to play differently. I want to go different comps because I'm on a specific galaxy. I want to, anything along those lines are really why I think that the Galaxy pieces are so cool. All right, Daily Mafia in chat says reroll Galaxy is a great mechanic. It allows for more skill expression. I totally agree. The problem at the moment though is that the reroll comps are too strong, so not doing a reroll comp and reroll Galaxy is inting. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that as well. There's definitely some level 1 issues. I expect to see the drop rates of level 1s being reduced in the next patch again. Absolutely. So that's definitely interesting. Yeah, reroll comps are so powerful. And it's basically what it's basically like you go Mech Pilot, you go Candyland, you go Zaya,
Space Jam. It's like
and
this guy's going Space Jam right now,
yeah,
actually.
Space
So
Jam
we'll
or
see it.
Blaster Pirate, I mean, or a Blaster, Brawler Blaster, but like going like a Brawler Blaster vibe or even like a Space Jam vibe on reroll can be a little scary. So we'll see how Mega Moose does with it here. As I mean, this is such a strong opening, right? You got a Jace early game through one of your what are they called? Prize the treasure the I actually don't know. Loot your loot boxes. So you got a Jace early from one of those, and obviously also 2-starring the Graves early and getting a Darius. It's like this is screaming Space Pirates. I'm a huge fan of early game Space Pirates. I love that extra gold. I think it's a little broken sometimes. Yesterday I played a game and I had an early Darius and got a Rabadons on him right away.
Ooh.
And I was on round. I want to
You're
say
dunking.
two. I think I was on 2-2 or 2-3, and I had 7 gold, and I triple dunked and got 3 back-to-back gold coins and hit 10 and got the econ for the round. So it was just like just that one experience that I had. I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. I just love Space Pirates so much. I got 5th in that game, by the way.
And they're
GG
really
Space
cool
Pirates,
units too. They
garbage.
look cool. I mean, 2 of them are like insane.
Yeah,
Jason
Jason
and
and
Darius. They
Darius.
leveled
Yeah.
up properly right after.
I actually really like Gangplank as a unit. I think Gangplank's super cool. I was been playing him a lot in Legends of Runeterra, and he's pretty cool in that game as well.
Well,
It's
yeah, I
actually
mean,
really nuts.
Gangplank is nuts, yeah, because 5-star unit, of course. And I mean, I like the OG Gangplank. Well, I mean, OG as in like the one that one shot the whole.
Hey, dude, yeah. No, I
Back
mean,
in those
I definitely
days.
miss OG Gangplank. You know, we had some. I've actually talked to 2 or 3 Gangplank defenders today. As personally, I'm not a huge fan of Gangplank. I'm not saying I never run him. I'm just saying when I do run him, I usually expect him to let me down and fail, which is still on par. And it's just like one of those things where, you know, he used to be so good that his impact now is so minimal, and I feel like I have to put so many items on him or invest so many gold into his upgrades to get him to the point where I want him to be, that like I have to hit him so early, you know, like you have to 2-star him. You have to 2-star him. You have to upgrade him, and you have to have items for him. And you know what I mean? And you have to have a build that like focuses. I mean, obviously, Demolitionist is helpful and nice if you can get that on him as well. But and of course, if you're running Space Pirates, but like I've ran like 4 Space Pirate with the Gangplank, got him fairly early, like off a Carousel. Got like an enormous amount of items out of it, and like it's just like in no matter what, it's just like Candyland though, you know. So I've had a lot of issues with that, so I haven't really gone too many Space Pirate builds.
Yeah, no, I mean Candyland. It's just the fact that Candyland is so easy to do, and it's like I don't know, man. Like it's so good, and it feels like it's the easiest thing to run because everyone gets like look at this. Like there's 2 poppies right there. Like I don't know. They're 1-cost units, right? There's the most of them. You have the highest percent.
Oh, I mean, and look at this, dude. He's level 4. He has a 60% chance still. Like that's a lot. I believe at level 4 before it was 50. So I think this went up by 10%. And at level 5, it's still 40%. I think by this point it was only 20%.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like it literally exponentially grew. I think my number's off by like 5 or 10%.
That's still fine, but then even though like the 20 after 20 or you know
yeah, it's just nuts. It's just nuts.
Well, I mean, no, it goes to 19. You know what I mean? Like there's always like you know where it would have been 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a big deal.
It is a big deal because like I mean, obviously every game everyone 3-stars all the 1-cost, and that's what we see pretty much all the time. So especially in this reroll universe, obviously we're essentially just watching. I mean, actually it's pretty cool that we're watching Mega Moose here, and he is going this more Space Pirate build with the jam, with the space, with the jam, and the dunks. Dark Star Gangplank in 10.7 was the most fun I've ever had playing this game. Yeah, no, that's pretty understandable. Dark Star was so strong in 10.7, and throwing Gangplank in there in the mix with that buff sounds pretty dangerous. Ooh, 2 Dariuses right off the bat, and he still has his reroll. Nothing coming off the reroll there. He's just gonna throw in a Blitzcrank. Thinks that's better than a second Jace. Probably true. He's flattening his units out, wants to make sure that Leona takes the brunt of the original damage, which makes sense again for the most part, as she is the tank. Unfortunately, she's only level 1, but she does have the Vanguard buff thanks to the Jace. So that additional armor alone, plus her ultimate,
makes her pretty much level 2.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, right. It'll allow her to act as if she was plenty tanky enough for the situation. Somehow, even though she was in front, nobody is attacking her. I find this UI or AI very interesting. Riot, please review that one for me. Apparently, movement speed is taken into a lot of account here. These dunks are not going to be enough. This Poppy and TF are going to easily clean this up here with the Space Jam Slamma Jamma. Nothing to do. All right, free reroll. Yeah, he's just chilling. I mean, he's got so much gold, 30 gold at Krugs. I think that's a pretty decent situation. HP wise, not doing bad. Sitting at 80. I wouldn't say it was a great game he had. King Piccolo though, another newcomer to the team, up there at the top, sitting at that 100 HP streak. Streaking straight through Krugs is such a big deal. Like you get such a gold advantage. To be able to cut through thugs. I'm pretty sure he just pans through every single board, and every single board had a Leona on it. I'm almost sure.
There goes your 3-star Leona. Or
2-star. There goes your 2-star Leona. I'm literally pretty sure I saw every single person had a 2-star Leona. That was crazy. I think maybe one person didn't, but I wasn't sure. I'm not sure how many people he was tabbing through there. And there you go. He got some gold off Krugs. Now he's at 50 gold. So
there's Leona.
Panic. Leona's here.
Get it.
I'm actually a huge fan of 3-starring Graves, because I think it's pretty easy to do, and I don't really think it's that necessary. But I feel like if you want to go for Space Pirate, you got to try to 3-star the Graves, because otherwise he's just
always
Graves is good. Like his ult is really, really strong. Like with the
it's like a mini Shin ult. You know?
Yeah, and he just uses it like he
all
uses
the time.
it pretty often. So I think
More,
it's
it
pretty
gets
decent.
used more often, and it's like a mini Shin ult. And I remember Shin was like my favorite character for the longest time. I always used to run Shin in every. Wasn't Shin? Shin was also in set 2, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yes.
I'm not mistaken.
Was
and he
he
did
a?
like the same thing, but like almost
He was
better. I
better.
want to
Yeah,
say.
he was better, right? Oh, was he a 5 cost? I can't remember.
No, he was not a 5
Was he a
cost.
4 cost?
Oh wait. No, you're thinking of Zed. You're thinking of Zed.
Shen.
But Shin was a 2. Yeah, 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah. No, yeah, he was low. You're thinking of Zed. You're thinking
Yeah.
of Zed being the 5 cost. But yeah, Shin was definitely a 2 or 3 cost.
I'm looking at him. Shen set 1.
He was 2 or 3 for sure.
Yeah, he was a 2 cost.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm garbage. I'm garbage with my set knowledge like this. It's crazy. It's so hard, right? Because since they reuse the characters, like you get so like
Confused
mixed
sometimes,
up. You know, it's
like,
actually
was that a patch? Was that a set? Like,
yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
wild. And the game's been out for quite a while by now, so it's definitely definitely in there. But whatever, I'm just noob. Oh, Mega Moose is lagging. You're done, Mega Moose. Pinoy, save us. Let's watch Pinoy, ride or
Pinoy's
die.
the chosen one.
He does have 69 HP and he is in last, so seems like a good time to check in, see what he's been doing over here. Looks like he's trying to go Brawler or Blaster. I can't even actually see his board, but I see only Brawlers and Blasters and a Shen, so I can only assume. He actually just sold all of his Graves for Econ.
Well, there goes that tier 3 Graves that you're talking about.
Yep, there it goes. Well, I mean, if you're actually going Brawler Blaster, you definitely don't need a 3-star Graves.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
Because you need all your gold to level. You can't waste time on trying to 3-star Graves. It's just bait. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing how I misplayed a game yesterday. I just like baited myself. It's so tempting, dude. The game like always wants you to do all this cool stuff, but like if you do cool stuff, you usually lose. So it's like, it's like dang, almost had him.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of like how I felt with Protectors. It took me just until very recently to like stop playing Protectors, like because they cannot play them anymore. It's like can't even do like Protector Sniper anymore, and that was already like not like a meta build. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I used to do it for fun and make it work sometimes, and now it's just like.
Dude, 3-starring Caitlyn feels so good, bro. 3-star Caitlyn is actually OD. I think she's absolutely insane.
Put Sojins on her. Imagine like just going a Caitlyn build with actually like double Sojins or like double Sojins like. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Like, just one shot the whole team over, and then just like have a bunch of Vanguards, 4 Vanguards, and then just like 3-star Caitlyn back, fully kitted.
Dude, when I like play Vanguard now, I'm just like, who needs 4, dude? 2's just as good.
Not wrong.
Yeah, right. It's like I almost feel like most builds nowadays are just 2 Vanguard. Like, and that's basically what happened to Vanguard Sniper, right? Is that Vanguard Sniper transitioned into, oh, okay, I only need 2 Vanguards now, but I'll still build the 2 snipers, and then I'll also just happen to have so much extra room because I don't need these other 2 useless Vanguards. I'm just gonna build Zaya and Blade Master. So that's literally what that's how that build came about. It's essentially just like the original half.
There's more offensive units thrown into the mix. Make more sense, yeah. Less tanky, more damage, but you're still almost as tanky. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's just, rest in peace. Rest in peace, 4 Vanguard. I haven't seen people go 4 Vanguard in a while.
Yeah, I really like that meta, especially 3-starring Sona. I want to see more of that Chalice build. We haven't seen much of that.
No, I do not want to see any of that. Get that nonsense.
Chalice build out of there or what?
I hate it. Oh man, Wukong's so good. This Poppy's gonna. No, its items aren't good enough. These are some subpar Poppy items. It's both taking some damage there. Mana Printer.
That's not gonna scale well.
Yeah, Mana Printer is so good, Kyle. We're probably gonna need some memes, please. We're gonna need Candyland and mana printing memes covering our Instagram, please and thank you.
definitely worth buying for now. Like just like
Hey, how do you guys handle tiebreakers? Who asked that? Oh, in Apex? They're tiebreakers in Apex?
Where? Oh, where are they asking that?
In questions in the
Oh, in
Discord.
questions in Discord. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Ooh, okay. Vice lids back
if they
there.
figured it, yeah, if they would manage to read the rules, is in there. So
Boom.
bang.
Maybe the Zephyr would have helped them win that game.
Easy clap. Ooh, sick. Me taking some damage there from Pinoy. Remember, guys, this is our semifinals, so only the top 4 are making it out of this lobby, as well as the other lobby we are running. So it's definitely not something that you have to go for the win, but you have to definitely obviously have a strong enough build to get that top 4. So Pinoy's getting a little low on HP. He's sitting right below the top 5 there. But you know that's he's just not online yet. Just waiting for a couple more of those 2 stars. He's got great econ, and I'm sure we'll see him hit 7 here, and then push quickly to 8 after that.
Playing Blaster, so if I get Blaster items here,
Okay.
it's not an item. It's not an item. It's definitely not an item. These are kill items. 1 roll.
I wouldn't say great items. Oh, actually, his VIR does already have a glove or a brawler glove, so I'd like to see maybe just these gloves up on her. And then outside that, there's a Zephyr available as well, which isn't too bad. Could also build a Morello's. I don't know. His build's a little weird right now.
See what's good with it. So he's gonna play the. Oh, how did he get Fawn?
All right.
Actually,
Man, that guy has so many items.
he means well.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Moose.
Hard to put something on, and
He's got to. He's low too.
yeah, like it's about that time.
It's just like rough when you're like trying to like you have a vision in your head and you're like trying to get there, but you're not quite there. But like you don't want to use your items, but like you have so many items you have to use them, and it's just
I've
like
done it. I've done that.
yeah,
before.
I know. We
lose
all
the
have. We
game.
all
Yeah.
have.
It's like I don't know what I want to commit to, and then like I lost. I'm starting the game at 25. Right.
Yeah, you just get stuck in a shitty spot sometimes. I mean, oof.
Bunch of snipers on the board there. Double Ash Jin.
They want it, dude. They're like, bring us back. He's like, nah, skip. Just roll.
See if you can 2-star this Jinx.
That would definitely help. He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's still holding his econ. He needs to hit 8, as I believe he's trying to just complete this Brawler Blaster build. And if that's the case, he needs to hit Cho and he needs to hit MF. So pushing to 8 will definitely give him higher odds in that sense. Until then, he's probably going to be pretty weak. He doesn't really have items for Jinx either, so he's definitely in a tough spot. I mean, Jinx not having any items. I do think Jinx is one of the carries in the game that can do some decent work without items, but he's pretty low. He does actually hard push the 8, and he is just rolling down now and actually hits the MF.
Dang.
So huge here.
That's big.
But no Cho, unfortunately.
Throw the Hajj on MF every time, I'd say, right?
So, okay, looking at these items here. Okay, yeah. So the Quicksilver for sure, the Hodge for sure. And then that's going to be some interesting items. So he just throws that on Lucian for the cyber buff because he knows he's going to sell Lucian pretty soon anyway, I think, right? Like, who's he selling it for? Oh, he has 5 blasters. Okay, so he needs Cho'Gath, I guess is really what he's looking for.
Yeah, get the 2-star Cho'Gath for to help with frontline. I mean, or you go grab another Chrono. Chrono's
an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Chrono obviously is Chrono. No, he has 2 Chrono. He has 2 Chrono.
I don't know if this was the right pick.
I don't think you can really go 4 Chrono.
Yeah, no. I was looking at someone else. He was looking at someone else's build for a second. Tricked you. 3 Chrono. Yeah.
I was like, wait, Brawler Blaster, don't you auto get Chrono because of Ezreal and Blitz? But
might have to be a little not
He also has his 3 cybernetic buff that he doesn't necessarily need to hold, right? Like he's just trying to stay as strong as possible, but his build is definitely not complete.
It looks like he's transitioning. He's gonna play Chrono, which is good.
He needs to. He really does need to. Okay, there's a 2-star Vi.
Which is always good.
RFC for the Jinx.
Always good. Unfortunately, we have to sell it off.
He's trying to decide if he wants to sell off the item, and he does.
What can I fit in here? Nothing. I only fit in blasters. So it's probably just this or.
He really just needs to hit. I think you just roll for it. 25% chance for 4-star right now. Or you just wait, save for econ, then roll down next turn.
He just like he wants to save it past Raptors.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
He's gonna take these next 2 fights without rolling.
See how much
See,
damage.
this MF ult might be able.
He's at 46 HP. I really want to see what HP he's at after if he takes 2 full like chunks like this. Let's.
That's push him
46
down to
34.
34. That was a 12 damage hit. Yeah, it's just rough because like if he gets hit hard in this next round, there it is.
Yep, he rolled. He's rolling down. 2-star Vi.
Yeah, he knows that if he gets hit again, he goes into 1-shot range and he can't let that happen. So he says, "Screw the money." He actually pulls double Lucian here, which is pretty interesting. I wonder if you 2-star this Lucian, right? Like, why not?
I think he sells
Like, it's just sitting there.
waves, right?
It's just sitting there. He sold it.
Don't get Zephyred, so that's really good.
He sold it because he wants the item off of it. He wants to make that Trap Claw. Trap Claw's pretty good. Oh my gosh, incredible MF ult.
Yeah, and they even healed too after. That's crazy, but nope. That's huge.
There it is. All those upgrades were enough to get him that W. Acidic Meat taking some damage here.
Forward to advance, and it's a really close lobby.
And Mega Moose unfortunately goes down in 8th place. The 3-star Darius Dunk Lord himself. It was not enough. GG's to Mega Moose. It was probably the lag. Oh, this guy is coming in hot. The hard to be god. What is up, my guy? Sounds like Ukrainian. I don't know. I'm not good at stuff. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, it's definitely nighttime here. But based on that language, I can assume it's morning where you are. So there you go. All right, and go ahead and taking out Raptors here. Gets another. Oh wow. Okay. Now what do we do with these items? I'm thinking so you can build Trap Claw. I think I kind of like a Zeke's, an Infinity Edge, and a Gunblade.
Infinity Edge. Well, I mean, a Rod's already on the Fiora as well.
Ooh, maybe you give him. Maybe you sell it then and give MF a Rabadons, dude. Is that crazy? He should find Irelia.
I mean, he needs to stack his Jinx. Like, that's what the most important thing is right now.
Ooh, dude, Irelia actually would be really good. You're right. Irelia to replace the Fiora. Okay, so he Gunblades the Jinx and Trap Claws the Jinx.
I don't know about that one.
He got absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I don't know that one was gonna make him bad.
I'm just living in Turkey, bro. Ooh, Turkey gang. Let's go. What's up, dog? Shout out. There's another MF. There's a Irelia. There's the 2-star MF. Holy crap.
That's big.
That might be enough.
Throw that sword on her now.
Jinx blows without full 4 brawler frontline. I totally agree.
Wait, don't throw the sword on.
I've tried going 2 brawler Jinx builds. I get destroyed every time. Like she just needs a bigger front line. Like I feel like if you're gonna do it this way, you can't just like have a bunch of like random extra units. Like I feel like you need those extra units that you're not using on the brawler side to either be additional tanks or have your brawlers have really tanky items. So
he just got deleted. Is this it? This is it, and that's gonna be it for Pinoy. Actually,
6th place, 7th place. Yeah, damn. 7th, and speaking of, oh, okay, let's Let's jump to Acidic Meat. Acidic Meat is actually also still barely alive, so he'll get to watch the rest with him, and then of course we also have Dread Josh's stream guys that who is sitting in third place. So we'll sit on with Acidic Meat to see if he can pull this one off or make a comeback with only 5 HP left. He's also running Brawler Blaster. Is anyone else seeing a trend? Me neither. Brawler Blaster here, his is pretty straightforward. He hasn't been able to 2-star his Jinx. I found all of the Cho'Gaths in case anybody was looking for one. I found all of them. He has currently 7 Cho'Gaths, only 2 away from 3-starring it. And also his Cho'Gath is indeed a Demolitionist. And chat, I don't know about you guys, but they already get stunned by Cho'Gath's ulti. I'm not sure.
I wonder if that stacks.
I don't know if, I mean, but like the stun duration would start. Rest in peace. Acidic Meat, 6th place. Well played, though. I'd say for your first showing, really well done. It was a pleasure casting you. Move GG's, and we will see you next week. Let's take a quick peek for Sphinx in the other lobby while we... as they're in top 5, we also have Dread Josh we might peek at in just a little bit too. But Sphinxy is in the other lobby, and they're actually in their top 5 as well. So it looks like Technocat, the Crazy Giraffe, Professor TFT, and oh no, and that's it. Have been eliminated. So GG guys. Wow, Crazy Giraffe and Professor TFT did so good last event. They were pretty close to this one as well. Thanks for the games. GG's Acidic Meat. GG's. It doesn't stack. It's just for the AP, I guess, from Carousel, question mark. That's true. It could be for sure. Yeah, that'd be weird if it stacked, right? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, but he is absolutely loaded. He's still level 7, and it looks like he is running this the Mech Infiltrator build. So we saw him do this earlier today as well, and it seems like this is kind of his go-to.
Yeah, he's going for that 3-star Kaisa, about to hit it as well. Looks like he is only 1 Kaisa away from hitting that 3-star. Gets the 3-star Shaco as well. That's going to be big. It can make a GA on his mech. That's also going to be super impactful. Those items are actually... Look at that.
I really like those items on the mech.
Yeah, like those are damn near could be like...
Oh my gosh, dude. Dunktastic, though.
Well,
Tourney account is too strong. He has the Dunktastic Darius. And what even is that unit? Oh my gosh, it's actually a super stacked 3-star Kassadin. I was talking about this earlier, how I didn't feel like you could fully stack and have a Kassadin carry you, and Tourney account said, haha, watch me.
I was about to say, like, he looked really good, you know, like with the Shaco, 3-star and the Shaco and everything, and all those items. Then I didn't realize that he was playing against Tourney account.
Yeah, what a surprise, right? Yeah, that's where it all fell apart.
Yeah, that's where everything...
Why did he GA Shaco? Yeah, I actually, so initially when Mech first came out, I like really liked GA on Mech. I currently don't think it's terrible on Mech by any means. However, I do believe that GA on Shaco here would have been much better. Mostly because, like, I mean, one, he gets the sword, right? Like, you just want more attack damage on Shaco in the first place.
And he's 3-star.
But two, it's like he's 3-starred, man. Like this res here. But I mean, honestly, it was pretty good, right? Especially since he has Ionic Spark. Like, I definitely don't hate Ionic Spark GA'd Mech, and you can see it doing work here against the Ghost. Obviously, easy. I'm right. Look, proof.
He needs that 3-star Kaisa.
3-star Kaisa's nuts.
Power spike. Yeah, and look at it. Look at the items on her too. Like, that's gonna be huge power spike.
Giant Slayer. I mean,
one more Annie as well, dude. Look, he's about to 3-star Annie, Kaisa, Kha'Zix, Shaco. Like, it's about to be...
Man, this would be pretty disappointing if we didn't 3-star these, huh? Because Sphinx could win this game if he 3-stars these, or he could just die beforehand.
He'll actually be able to, you know, compete against Tourney account. That's what I was...
Apparently, Professor TFT and Sphinxy are our teammates or friends or whatever it is. And someone in his chat said, "Hey Sphinx, I think you should get your BF sword back from when you stabbed the professor in the back because he just killed the professor and pushed him." Just chat is savage. Yeah, Sphinxy definitely could win this game. He has hit these 3 stars though, and he does hit the Annie. Did he hit another one? I only saw the
He hit
Annie.
the Kaisa. He saw the yeah.
Oh my gosh, hit the Kaisa and the Annie. Insane, so strong. All that's left is the Rumble there. He did use all of his gold, but all he's really looking for is 2 Rumbles. He's really, really strong here. He's fighting against a very stacked Kale though, and this person has a stacked Kale and a stacked Jinx. He gets the ulti off. The ulti does a ton of damage. Rez is back up. He might be able to win this actually. Yep. There it is. That was pretty close. You know, again, I think the GA did some good work there, guys. I don't think we should underestimate this GA. I still think it should be on the the whatever though. Actually, would have put I'd rather put an IE on Shaco than a GA first anyway. I feel like once you get an IE on Shaco or Aurelia, like you're just you're like cool. Just tap out for a little bit, let these guys just run it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Definitely.
Okay, so Dread Josh lobby we were just watching a little bit earlier is actually down to their top 4. So I'm going to let you guys know who we're looking at. We got Hentai God, King Piccolo, of course Dread Joshi, and It's Bolt are going to be your top 4 in the finals, advancing from that lobby. And in this lobby that we're currently watching, we're about to find out that as it does look like the Gurchog monster, who of course is nuts. He did great these last 2 weeks, but he is going to be falling short in the semifinals here of the second tournament today, taking 5th place. And this does solidify our top 8 players, guys. So we have Tourney Account, Sphinxy, Chronic, Slippin' Bug, the Hentai God, King Piccolo, It's Bolt, and Dread Joshi, guys. So there's our top 8. We're gonna go ahead and just ride this out with Sphinxy as this round comes to a close. But this next lobby here is just gonna be these final 8 players. One last lobby to decide placement. First place is taking home $100 for this next game, guys. So.
And note, if you do make it into this last lobby, you're guaranteed walking away with something in your pocket.
That's true. You're guaranteed making money. You know what I mean? So it's can't hurt for playing 3 TFT games, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Looks like he's probably going to be able to take this one here. The Jinx obviously still being alive, but getting fully surrounded by the 3-star mech. Oof, Slippin' Bug going down. Taking 4th place there. Oh, actually 3rd place. Chronic died this same round. Can be taking 4th place. 1v1 here. Tourney Account versus Sphinx. No surprise. Our top 2 ranked players.
Demolitionist from Tourney Account. That's scary.
What about Tourney Account isn't scary?
That's so scary what he can do with that. I don't even want to know what he's going to do with it. Like, oh, God.
This Shaco is like a really good blaster, huh, guys? Oh, man. There's one Rumble. One more Rumble. There it is. No, oh, that's actually a Master Yi. I thought it was it. There it is. Okay. I saw the future. You know, I knew it was coming.
Oh,
Hits
wow.
3-star Rumble. And
battle
he's
of
done.
Titans right now, dude. It's a battle of the Titans.
He has hit his maximum strength until he levels.
Let's see what he. Oh, look at he threw it on the Jace. Jace is gonna have.
Ooh, here comes the ulti coming out though. Huge ulti, so much damage. I think this might be enough for Sphinx to take this here. Yep, it is going to be Tourney Account losing that round. He is actually, I think, 1 away from 3-starring a Rakan, so that might be a pretty good power boost from Tourney Account if he's able to slide in and grab that. But
36-38, Sphinx takes the lead.
Looks like we're looking probably at least each one needing to die probably twice. Or lose 2 back-to-back rounds. No one's getting 1 shot in 36.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up, Chronic? Ready for the finals? Let's go. Good job. Nice 4th. His Space Jam hurts? Dude, I know, bro. Like, I don't get it, man. He just always knows how to do it, bro, no matter what.
Right.
Talk to me about Tourney Account. Tell me about it. Tell me legends about him, Spirits.
Well, if this is your first time tuning into the stream and you don't know who Tourney Account is, this guy manages to 3-star every single unit, every single game. every single tournament, every single week, every single bracket.
I heard
Yeah.
that out of his first 500 games he played, he only lost one. And that's because he was playing on 2 accounts at the same time and queued into himself.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that same thing. That's funny how you say that. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, the only time that Tourney account actually hasn't made it to our top 8 is because we gave him a bye. And he got mad at us.
I heard that Tourney account invented Poppy.
Yeah, he's actually the OG inventor. he invented Candyland. So
what's his MMR? I'm not sure. I do know he is a Grandmaster player from EU. His actual name is like what is it? Most six sneak or something like that. I don't understand how is that possible. Oh, never mind. He's Challenger. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing, Chronic. Every lobby is stacked. You know what I mean, man? So when you play in these tournaments, you are playing against some really, really top tier players, and that's why people really like these events, though, too, right? It's like they have an opportunity to fight against these top tier players in an actual tournament setting and see where they stack up. It's not all about who has more hours to grind on ladder, right, guys? Hell yeah, bro, you slapped. And again, too, right? Like knowing that you need to get top 4, like you play differently. Like you're not playing to necessarily win the game all the time, right? Like you're playing to get top 4, so it's pretty cool. And GG's. I expect a top 3 next in the finals, though. Every time I see Tourney account and tourneys, he always in the finals. That boy's so good. Yeah, dude, he's actually nuts. If he's playing in other online TFT tournaments and also taking their money, then damn, maybe he's just sharking all of us. But yeah, no, he's just an EU player and he's nuts. Simple as that. Bro, just do it. You're level up.
Tourney
All right.
brought it back.
What's up?
Sphinx again. Tourney account brought it back and beat Sphinx again. I know he went down a round and then he.
Oh snap! Okay, so actually, so he beat Sphinx 2 in a row, and actually Sphinx lived with 3 HP, so that's a little unlucky from Tourney account. Tourney account does end up getting that 2-star Lulu, which is pretty big. But like we talked about, there wasn't really anywhere left for Sphinx to go. Like he kind of already plateaued. He did throw in the Valkyrie buff there with just like a random Kale. I was actually thinking like, is Darkstar better? But I was like, probably not. Like, if his Shaco had a GA, maybe.
No, because the double the damage with the Kaisa is definitely worth it to always crit. You know?
Yeah.
But it looks like Kaisa's not going to be able to have a good.
I don't know. He's gonna resin. It's gonna resin an ult. The ult though. The GA might save him. The GA saved him.
Dang.
Wow, he actually was able to get back up an ulti. Good stuff. I could have beat Sphinx, I think, the other guy, not just Tourney account. Yeah.
Tourney account's gonna pull it around, dude.
He could position his Kaisa better. Interesting. Yeah, I know. I kind of agree with that. He's not really targeting anything specific with it. Just promoted to gold 1. Congrats, Filthy. Let's go. Keep it climbing. Get that plat, baby. You've never hit plat ever in a game in your life, bro. That's actually lit. Not in a mean way. Like it's like you're lit, you know? Just kidding, you're trash. Just kidding, dude. You're the candy man. We all know. Hype. Back and forth. Yeah, no, it really has been back and forth, guys. This is a great end to our semifinal lobby here. The 2-star Lulu might be too much. The mech goes down. Mech comes back up. GA not really doing too much. Does get the aggro back. Gave his team a little bit of time. The Kaisa manages to pop the GA. Here comes the 3-star guys. And he goes down. Rumble's still up. Gets mana reaved. The shark comes out. Kills 1. Kills 2. The 3-star Zen might be too powerful. The GA pops. He is going to get a stun here. He actually doesn't even get the stun off, and he dies instantly. Tourney account takes the semifinal lobby. And that's going to be it for that, guys. Like we mentioned, we do have our top 8 Tourney account: Sphinx, Slip and Bug, and Chronic from this last set. And of course, Dread Joshi, King Piccolo, the Hentai God, and It's Bolt. We're all going to see all of them in our grand final lobby that will be coming up right after this quick break here. But remember, guys, if you want to sign up for any of our tournaments, ! Sign up in chat, and or just go to matchuno.com/ESA. Check out our full calendar. We host tons of tournaments for tons of different games all the time, some of which are free, guys. So if you're looking to try out some new games, head on over there or head over to walmart.com/esportsarena and buy those new games. Look at that. We got it all. That's the Esports Arena ecosystem, guys. Check us out. Feel free to drop a follow on our Twitch. We'll take a subscription as well. No one's bragging here. Or head over to our Twitters at Esports Arena or follow me in Spirits at Spirits and at Shimonahi. But either way, we'll be right back with the grand finals, guys. Don't go anywhere. See you in a second. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Esports Arena Online. Luke Shimoni, Hebrew, and Spirits in the house. We are on our grand final lobby for the second tournament of the day. It's been a pretty good day. We cruised through. We've had a lot of really good games. Pretty cool. Pretty much everything from tourney account with the Space Jam, lots of dunks, some Candyland here, a lot of Brawler Blaster. But our grand final lobby of the day is a normal, no Galaxy game. We're throwing it right in with Chronic's point of view. And we're going to be just kind of jumping in there, seeing which direction everybody's going. I can already see King Piccolo in chat saying the word Zaya to identify to the world that he's going to build Zaya this game.
Isaiah is normally
me Zaya, please no pick. You know?
Yes, that. Yes, me Zaya, please no pick. Isaiah, please stop. Look, Space Jam.
I'm playing pivot every round. There you go. See, Chronic knows exactly what to say in chat. He's keeping his opponents on their toes. Okay. Now this is a playstyle I really like. It's called pivot every round, where every round you sell all your units and you just pick whatever's in. I'm dying over here. That was so funny to myself. Pretty easy round one. No Galaxy. Actually, surprisingly enough, we've had a lot of no Galaxy games. And again, I think this most recent patch, it's down to a 35% chance. Hey, I was Vel'Koz Hentai last event. It was super fun. Thanks for having these. I'm definitely playing more. Hey, Judge Dredge. The hentai comment got blocked for a second. It's just your name, so I'll let it slide. But I think it's the second time I've let the word hentai slide for this reason. So I think it's gonna eventually start just letting it through in the chat. So I gotta I gotta watch that word, bro. It's coming for me. But yeah, what's up? I'm dying. What's up, dog? Yeah, super cool having new players. This week we actually got a lot of new players to join, which was super cool. So appreciate you obviously joining. Feel free to spread the word. The goal, of course, for us is to keep growing this. If we hit that 64 player cap, I get to double this prize pool up, which is so cool. But nonetheless, we do plan on keep pumping out these TFT events and keep growing the TFT community. So just appreciate you being here. Let's go, rock and roll. Let's get some esports arena emotes in chat, boys. This is what you guys are missing out because you're not subbed. Just so you know, you don't get to do any of these cool things. There's no hype. There's no clutches. There's no E's. There's no logos. There's no other logos on top of other
wait
logos.
A second. I'm not even subbed. Wait, what the
Mistakes.
heck? Mistakes were made. Why am I not subbed? I'm not
I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing, low key though.
Yeah.
Hype. I actually really like the hype emote. Hype emote is the hype one. It's the hypest of all emotes.
No, that one is lit. And clutch. I like it. Yeah, those are sick.
The question is, whose stream do I have audio on? Oh, it's this one.
Series. Yeah.
Oh, and this one. Oh, and this one. Okay, sorry. I had 4 of my 5 Twitch streams had audio on, so I was hearing some things, guys. I was hearing some things, let me tell you. Okay, so I mean, so what? We got Zaya, we got Brawler Blaster, we got Space Jam with the Dunkarinos, we got Candyland, we got Cybernetic, Blade Master.
All your typical meta builds.
That seem like our top 5. That seem like our top 5 builds that I'm expecting to see throughout this game. Everybody's benches kind of reflect a lot of the early stages of those builds. I want one that's like 2 parts. Oh, like that one? I feel you. You like chaining the ones together. Yeah, that's understandable. That's why my favorite one is Exodia, dude. I don't know how to make it line up correctly though, so I'll just throw the first half in.
Exodia flame.
That's like me showing you guys my hand when we're playing, and I'm like, I got 3 pieces already, you know, like better watch out. I might have 2 more, maybe. Don't look. It's been a long day, Shane. Okay.
No, understandable. Understandable. Look at you. Kathy ruins the Exodia. You didn't know when the feet were coming in.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Look at her go.
Yes, dude, yes. Please look at chat, guys. If you're in the stream, please just look at the chat.
Perfect emotes.
You're welcome. I've created feels bad Zodia. Feels Badia? No. Exodia Batman? I don't know, guys. I'm running out of stuff. I'm trying really hard, though. Feels Exodia Man! Oh!
Oh, shit.
They get it first try, and I'm over here struggling, dude.
We're gonna have to give Kathy 10 points. Chat.
10 points for Gryffindor. Dang
Yep.
it. Good stuff. All right. I love just messing around during the early stages of the game as we let these guys try to find more poppies than the other players.
So true. So sad.
I'm excited that, obviously watching this higher level gameplay than I guess what I'm used to in ladder. It's nice to see that not everybody just builds Poppy every round and that the Poppy builds aren't winning every single game. So that's just, it just warms my heart.
Poppy still so good. So I mean,
Oh yeah,
yes,
Poppy's
stuff to
definitely
beat
super
it,
good, but it's just nice to see that people are figuring out a way around it.
I see. It's just like I said, it's one of those things where it's just the easiest thing to do, right? Level 1 build.
You just keep hitting refresh and you click all the level 1s.
Pretty simple. Statistically, your chances are high.
Okay, so we're moving into the 2-4 carousel here. Nothing too crazy about the carousel. A lot of times, sometimes you get those full item ones or the same item ones or the completed item ones or whatever it is. So it's always nice to just see a regular one. A lot of spatulas here, which is actually kind of annoying a lot of times because a lot of times the top players, like let's say Sphinx and Slip and Bug in this case, they might not want a spatula. We talked about earlier, spatulas aren't super contested. In this set at all, as they don't really cover a lot of the main build elements that you really need. Like usually it's people want a rebel item if they're building rebel, and people want a blade master item, and sometimes demolitionist, but just pretty rare circumstances. It's more just a nice to have rather than a lot of builds focused around them. So they get them getting stuck with a spatula instead of assuming that they're going to get an item can sometimes really hurt their their streaks early game while they're up there. So I know personally when I'm win streaking or trying to win streak through Krugs, when I get forced into a spatula in the 2-4 carousel, it's definitely not a happy Luke that's rolling into that Krugs run, because it's pretty rare that I'll either have to use additional gold to keep that win streak running to level or buy more units or reroll whatever it is, or or whatever else. But just a little insight on that piece is I think it's actually a little unlucky to get that many spatulas as far as how rare it is for them to spawn.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't even one of the other things is once you get they're so uncommon too. Yeah, you get one, but the chances of getting two, because I mean, obviously it's always good to get Force of Nature, right? But I mean, net barely ever see Force of Nature here in this set. I feel like compared to the others.
I can agree with that. It's definitely in there. I like this. I like he has this IE already, right? So IE is such a staple in cybernetic because of how good it is on Irelia. Now, that might be the case, but building the IE could be a little premature if he ends up going more of a brawler blaster direction instead, which I don't see that crazy of a concept, I guess, per se. As you never really know if you're going cybernetic until you hit Irelia. You know what I mean? Before then, it's really just you have the Lucian, so you can go brawler blaster. You have the Leona, who fits into every Vanguard build. You have the Fiora, who you can easily 3-star and use as obviously a Blade Master, and is a great item holder early game. And you have Vi, who can be used for brawler blaster even in that sense. So it's the early game units for Cybernetic are just such good synergy with everything else. And you actually see Sphinx there going down and losing that win streak of his, but Slip and Bug managed to actually hold it on and run through Krug, which I feel like is a pretty big deal for him. So we'll have to keep an eye on Slip and Bug and see if he steamrolls. But as we're in Krugs here, I think this is a good transition period time. Why don't we jump over to King Piccolo? King Piccolo is somebody who I haven't really got a chance to watch at all yet, and now it's pretty exciting that he's here. Luckily, his stream has big giant words across the top to say "waiting for lobby," well, which isn't probably super relevant, but I'm all about it. You know what I mean? I like where this guy's head's at. He's focused on the game. We are absolutely not waiting on the lobby, chat. Don't let this trick you. I'm gonna type in his chat. Waiting for lobby Kappa. Got it. But I got it. I got to slide in the chat real quick. So I have, like I mentioned, I haven't got a chance to really watch him at all, but I saw him doing really, really well in the last couple of lobbies. So I just, had my eye on him. Definitely wanted to make sure I got a chance to jump in here and watch some of his gameplay and see what he's kind of been fancying and building towards. And it looks like he's doing a little bit of hyper roll here. Usually the goal for you guys who are kind of new to hyper rolling is to spend as little gold as possible and econ as much as you can until you're level 4, 8 out of 10. And then once you get to level 4, 8 out of 10, you roll down all of your gold and fully hyper roll, as this is basically the best chance as far as percentages goes, without wasting all your gold early game. As what a lot of newer players do with re-rolling is they'll just keep re-rolling like in the very early stages, and they won't hit those 10, 20, 30, 40 gold benchmarks as they get towards Krugs. And that can a lot of times lose them, upwards of maybe 5 rolls. Like, would you take 5 extra rolls? You know what I mean? Like, or would you rather have your 2-star Poppy a turn earlier, or whatever it is in that case, right? But those 5 extra rolls could be the difference between you 3-starring or not 3-starring a unit, or winning and losing the game in some senses in that case, right? So, just one of those things to kind of think about for some of you newer players who are trying to get this re-roll meta down, is make sure you guys really focus on your econ early game. Is like, I can't stress enough how important the econ components are. Just really think about how the gold compounds in this game. It's nuts.
Yeah, just gotta hit those 10 mark thresholds. Really, gotta be on top of your game. So really, to really utilize the hyper roll ability, you actually do need to be on top of your econ, because that's how you're gonna hit those 3 stars. Like,
actually builds a redemption. I like redemption a decent amount. I think it does some pretty good work sometimes. Feels like a win more sometimes too, but definitely not like what I build on purpose. Like, he could have also built a Hodge and a Zephyr, which I
like that more. I never get that healing item. So
redemption. You never build it.
Yeah, it's never build redemption. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not bad though. Doesn't bother me. But most people likely on purpose, but still, yeah. True. He probably did. Yeah, he really did miss the Fiora through while he was hyper rolling that out. I was too busy talking about hyper rolling to even pay attention to the hyper rolling itself. But yeah. Oh yes. Okay. So 3-star Caitlyn is something that I talked about a little bit earlier. This build is the Hyper Roll Celestial Protector build that we were talking about, pretty much nonstop, the Xayah comp. This is literally the exact units. This is the build, guys. So if you haven't seen it or haven't used it yet, you are currently looking at it. King Piccolo has been utilizing that. Great items on his Xayah so far. Obviously, Xayah is still only 2-starred, so not doing too crazy much there. Again, Sip and Bug, who has a pretty strong start on the Rebel side. And also has a Rebel item, already has a Jinx with really good items, that Last Whisper and Red Buff. So Slip and Bug's looking pretty good. It's been really vibing.
Those are, by far some of the best items you can have on a Jinx. For sure. Got it. Red Buff is just one of those, I think it's mandatory with Staps. One of the best items for her. I really wish Sivir was in this set.
Dang.
Buff, I miss it.
I don't miss Sivir too much.
Red Buff Sivir was nuts. What do you mean?
Yeah, I just didn't like Blade Master in season 2. I didn't like set 2. I'm sorry. I can't even talk about set 2. I literally didn't like. I didn't even play it that much. So it's just like, it was like, man, I think I only got to plat in set 2.
It's not bad. I mean.
Yeah, but if I only get to plat in TFT, it means I didn't play that much. So.
That's true. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you almost have like 2 accounts at plat already. Like maybe about to make a third. Like.
I have 2. I essentially I already have 2 accounts in plat. One of which is like 2 games off diamond. So.
Yeah. So.
It's just like.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Exclamation point rank. I don't know what you want to do with that exclamation point, but that one does not work. But feel free to let me know whose rank you want to see. If you want to see King Piccolo's rank, or anyone's rank, really, I guess, I would recommend just going over to the, what's that website called? leagueofgraphs.com, I believe it's called. You can just type in a summoner name and get all their TFT player information, or OPGG or any of those other ones as well. I'm sure there's a couple that do it by now. King Piccolo actually falling down to It's Bold here, who is running a pretty powerful Space Jam. Makes me wonder how Tourney Account's doing with his Space Jam, as you know he's running it.
Tourney Account's always going to have more of whoever he's going against. Somehow, I don't think he ever gets. So, like, I'm not ever worried about that.
Oh, the Dark Stars. Oh no.
I don't know how he. Like, I really want to see Tourney Account board right now. He's not streaming.
It's a kill.
No, he's not streaming.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll fight him.
Every once in a while, we'll have someone go up against him, and we'll get to see what he's rocking.
He's actually up against Sphinx here, and Sphinx is definitely leaning towards the Blade Master direction. He has the Aurelia in. Seems like a lot of people are fancying Cybernetic.
Still super solid build. Sure.
Thank you. Or LOL Chess. Yep, that's true. Thanks to Acidic Meat. LOL Chess also does it. There you go. There's a lot of websites that do that, actually. What's the most dominant comp? Printer with Sork or Brawler Blaster? It's hard to say what's the most dominant comp. I'd say right now there's about 5 comps in the game that you can build depending on what your playstyle is and which galaxy that you get, right? Because all those things kind of depend. But yeah, absolutely. Printer Sork is absolutely insane. Candyland, of course, with the 3-star Poppy, 3-star TF, 3-star Zoe. That's been really, really strong. The 3-star Zaya comp as well with the Celestial Protectors has been really, really strong. That's what we're watching. King of Piccolo play right now. Brawler Blaster, probably across the board, is the most consistent build. Probably that with I say Brawler Blaster and Cybernetic are like the non-reroll comps that are still really, really strong. Right? So you have like the Zaya, the Celestial, you have the Candyland, and you have like the Mana Printer, which are all very reroll intensive and heavy. And then you have the more control-based builds like the Brawler Blaster and the Cybernetic Blade Master, and even I guess Space Jam is also very re-rolly. But honestly, all those comps are good, guys. If you guys are looking for a good app, I would download Overwolf. Overwolf has like a bunch of apps, one of which is TFT for TF Tactics, I think it is. TF Tactics. I think that's what the add-on's called. But it'll show you like a updated leaderboard that you can utilize, like which items you should use, which positioning on the board makes the most sense for your build, things like that, guys. So if you're trying to get into the game or just keep up with which builds are best, which changes like every couple of days, apps like that are really helpful, just so you can keep up with win percentages of like the various ranks and things like that. But I love really Pikachu. Are people forcing it?
That's probably true.
Who the heck's Pikachu?
Yeah, I don't know Pikachu.
I haven't heard that.
That's a new one. I don't know that comp, but I'd like to hear all about it.
Yeah, if there's a Pikachu, it's got triple static Shiv something.
Zaya. Maybe Zaya.
Oh,
Zaya.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You
Pikachu
can definitely triple static Shiv Zaya. I probably wouldn't, but you could.
Your image could look like somewhat a Pikachu, but not really at the same time. Zaya, yep, it is Zaya. We were right. We figured it out.
Yeah. We're too smart, dude.
With a S high.
Pikachu is Zaya with lots of stacks. Yeah. So people are definitely forcing Zaya comps. It's very, very normal. Pretty much everybody wants to build Zaya all the time. If I'm in a game and I get a 2-star Zaya early game, I get really giddy inside. It's true. She's just nuts. What are you going to do? Okay, here's the level 6 here. Has the Blade Master. Crazy items on the J4. I think that was a Thieves Glove. Okay, it was. I was like, wait, what happened? I got so confused for a second. This is pretty strong here. Up against Chronic, who looks like also going, kind of looking for that cybernetic vibes. But again, so many layers, dude. People always holding on to these Zayas.
Yeah, people.
Boom. This 3-star Caitlyn, powerful.
That 3-star Yasua?
Where?
What? King Piccolo? King Piccolo.
Does he?
I think so.
I don't think he has a 3-star Yasuo. He's
Was it
fighting against
Yasuo?
one.
I think it was
probably.
Caitlyn. I think it was a Caitlyn.
Yeah, he has a 3-star Caitlyn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right, we're in the carousel.
I'm pretty sure.
King Piccolo and Dread Josh are both very low. Let's actually take this time to jump on board with Dread Josh, as he is now down to 12 HP and might be our first player out. He's in here trying to hang alive. He's actually running Dark Star Sniper. So he's kind of throwing it back a little bit. We haven't seen too many people run Dark Star Sniper, but definitely interested to see how it goes.
With tourney account?
No, Dread Josh is actually running Dark Star Sniper. You can see it here on stream now. We just jumped over after the carousel, and here
Have
we are.
not seen this one. I haven't seen much Dark Star. Have not seen
I
much Dark
can't say it's looking good. This man has fully stacked his Mordekaiser to pretty much the end of the earth.
That's a fake Poppy. That's what that is.
That is not a Poppy cap. Let me tell you. Fake Poppy alert.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't see people trying Blender with Pikachu. Yeah, that's probably pretty fair. Ooh, amazing. I love Dark Stars. Love to see them. Yeah, Dark Stars are cool. I like Dark Stars a lot. They had their time in the limelight, though. They're kind of cooling off right now. Without Xerath, doesn't really do too much.
Like more just insta-dies. That's his, like, if that was a Poppy, he would be alive for the rest of the game.
For the rest of the game, not even the round, eternity.
Yeah. Still manages to pull off the win, though.
That's
Jeez.
a 4-win streak here. He's been at 12 HP for a pretty long time, but he's not letting it go. He does not want to be the first player out, guys. Remember, this is the final lobby, so all of these guys are playing for cash. The higher placement you get in this lobby, the more money you make. First place, $100, all the way down to last place, which is like $25 or something like that. But hey, more money than you came in with. Not bad for 3 games of TFT.
Not bad at all. So, looks like a couple of people have Kassadin in this game. They saw tourney account run him, and now everyone's running a Kassadin. Look, tourney account just snuck his way up into first place from the middle of the pack.
Usual. Wow, his Super Mordekaiser actually got Zephyred, and he died. So GG.
Yeah, it feels bad.
Yeah. That Zephyr literally single-handedly shattered him. I doubt that this Jin is going to be able to hold it. Was not able to, and he lived still early enough in the game for him not to be taking too much damage here. If it was actually round 5, I think he would have been died there. But one round before, so he's going to be surviving. He does get his chance to make it to Raptors and get some additional items for his board, and another chance to sell his Mordekaiser and redistribute his items. So. Cool. There's a 3-star Poppy. That looks scary.
And what do you know? Tourney account has it. Who'd have thought? Comes the grand finals, and guess who gets the 3-star Poppy?
No surprise here. Just another day.
Yeah, another day with tourney account.
Another day with tourney account as our best friend. He really needs level 8 for that Lulu. Yep, I totally agree. This level 8 is going to be huge.
Zaya coming out from King Piccolo, that's going to be a big power spike for him.
All right, so we're going to level.
Currently sitting at 6.
Wait, but he leveled. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What is he doing?
Chat, it hurts.
He got Mystic? That he wanted all that for Mystic? Instead of a 3-star Karma? Instead of 3-star Karma, he just got Mystic.
But listen, okay? He was in a pickle. He's up against tourney account, bro. He needed to put his best foot forward. His best foot forward was not enough. Tourney account has a 3-star fully stacked TF. Actually, it is enough.
Wait a second.
It absolutely was enough. Not even close. Absolutely.
Oh, tourney account level 6.
Tourney account's been hyper rolling. Okay, he just hit 7. He's definitely still powering it up down there. Why did he put the rod on Karma? I don't know.
Probably not the smartest play there.
Anyway, the Mystic and Celestial, I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily an accident in that sense. It definitely would be nice to have that rod on Ash. At least, I mean, it's a jewel gauntlet. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, you have your
Yeah, that was
arrow crit.
definitely
That's a
cool.
big deal. I mean, for sure, that one shots. That's the difference from one tapping, like half team or not.
Here comes, ooh, okay. This isn't looking too bad. King Piccolo might be able to close this out. His Zaya's just tearing through. No! Jin one-shots the Zaya. The Zaya goes down. That's going to
3,700
be an
crit.
easy KO there. King Piccolo also still barely hanging on. The Hentai God actually snuck up on us and died. I know. That's what I'm saying. He literally came out of nowhere. He must have taken a lot of damage in one round. I missed it. Sorry, guys. But rest in peace, Hentai God. Yeah, figures. Congratulations and on 8th place. GG's. Get that money. See you next week.
It's
Hentai got another regular.
3-star Rakan coming out from its bolt.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna hit its bolt right
yeah.
after our boy Dread Josh dies here because it's got to be coming. 6 HP.
Turn it online.
He has won 6 of his last 7 rounds, so he's definitely been hanging in there. Sib Bug, definitely probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest in the lobby at the moment. Has this 2-star Aurelion Soul. This might be too much for Dread Josh to handle. We've seen the Jin do it before. Let's not count it out quite yet. I don't know. This Aurelion Soul might be just too much to handle. The answer is yes. Dread Josh is going to be going down, I believe, taking 7th place. Yes, that is going to be a 7th place coming out there. Chronic actually just lost around to Its Bolt, and Its Bolt, who we're going to be jumping on with, is he is currently on a 7-win streak moving into this 5-4 carousel. And I'd say this is a pretty good looking carousel. A lot of good items. I see a Bramble Vest, a Rabadon's, Deathclaw. There's an MF with a Morello's on it.
Oh, yeah, that's big. That's
I mean, all of these items are just really good. He actually ends up taking the Gunblade, which is pretty interesting. I'm excited to see who he puts on it. If he has a Jace, I assume the Jace, but I haven't seen his board in quite a while, so I'm not sure what units he's messing around with here.
Dude, Tourney account opted to get the attack speed.
That item is very, very good. Well, that item permanently increases their attack speed at the beginning of the round for the entire round, right? You take a buff like J4, right? And it's like, well, that buff's way better. Like, why would you need something that only does 15% instead of like 75 or 100%? But it's only 75 or 100% for 6 seconds. Like 6 seconds is
twice, right? So it's like 12 seconds.
It's possible, right? But you also have to be within the radius of it, and you also have to survive to use it twice, and like it only activates when you drop it, right? But the other item, the banner, you get to pick which 2 units you give it to, and both those units get that 50% attack speed the entire fight, no matter what. So it's a pretty good item, especially if attack speed is beneficial to your team, which of course it is, as he has this TF. Who he wants to give this bonus attack speed to. But it actually wasn't enough. Its Bolt Space Jam ends up pushing directly through. This 3-star Rakan was just a little bit too much. And just look at his bench. I mean, 3-star Darius, 3-star Zen, 3-star Rakan, 2 off with 3-star Jace, 1 off with 3-star Kassadin. Like,
he might do it. He might do it. I mean,
his build is huge.
Slipping Bug.
There's the 3-star Kassadin. He does actually end up hitting that.
That's the start. The Jace,
that's the start.
To be reckoned with. Look at that front line. Imagine that. Like, look at it. Rakan, Kassadin, Zin's out, Darius, and a 3-star Jace. Like, all 3-starred. Like, that is gross.
It is honestly gross. I'm like sitting here thinking, like, what do you do next? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like 3-star the Ash, I guess. Like,
I mean, like gold wise, like you'd push 8 before you 3-starred the Ash, probably.
Well, yeah.
To get in like a Jin, right? Because I guess you just need space for a second Cypher, right? So I guess you just have to try to level. I mean, he's 9. He's obviously win streaking. He's about to make a ton of gold over these next couple rounds. So he's probably just gonna hang. But he could also roll, like you said, for Ash and Jace. Like just buy all the 3-stars and just keep rolling.
If he does get that 3, I mean, yeah, like the game's getting to that point where you're only gonna have. Like,
GG, Dread Joshy. Thanks for playing, my guy. See you next week, dog. Good games. Dread Joshi does end up falling in 7th. King Piccolo going down right after him in 6th place. Congratulations. Yes, noting on my lineup. Comment on my comp, please. Fondue boy. 9 win streak, bro. It's just crazy. He does get a Morello's here, which is
Ooh, on
perfect
the
for his
3-star
Recon.
Recon, geez.
We definitely
I
take
like
those.
that.
That is exactly what we like to see. Man, Chronic is going down. Let's actually throw back to Chronic to see if we can watch his final battle. Oh, it's actually against Its Bolt. We don't have to change it all. Never mind. We're just gonna watch Its Bolt kill him.
This is your final battle.
I mean, he has a 2-star single upgrade MF that wasn't too good of a Recon ulti.
Space Jam's going off. Oh, MF counters with a lot of damage.
No, this Recon's gonna close it out. Yeah. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
the Jace closed it out. But Its Bolt, we knew he was too strong. Rest in peace, Chronic. GG, man. Great first showing. 4th place. Sphinx actually died in that same round, taking 5th. So close from Sphinx. That 4th place, you definitely wanted that extra boost. But hey, we take the 5th with the 5th place. Congratulations. Great first showing again. Chronic, congratulations on 4th. And we are now in our top 3. Sip and Bug, Tourney Account, and Its Bolt. Luckily enough, Its Bolt's the only one streaming. We need him just to win streak through. Yeah.
It looks like he's going up against Turning Account's Ghost. I figured out why Turning Account isn't just completely goading, and it's because he doesn't have the death cap on his Poppy.
Ugh, that's rough. That death cap makes a big difference. Sometimes Space Jam is so cool to watch. It really is, bro. It just slams across the whole board. It's just anarchy. So he did actually end up hitting 8. He puts in the Thresh and he finally finds a Wukong. So now he also has Chrono, which is a pretty cool buff increase as well. He actually sells off the. What just happened? Oh my god. Okay, he sold off the Thresh to throw in the Lulu. But he didn't end up getting 6 Celestial, so he's still missing 1 there. He has a Soraka on bench, so he can go Mystic if he needs it, depending on which battle or who he's up against. I'm trying to think. Oh, nice. Okay, so he actually beat Slip and Bug there. I'm trying to think like what you would replace for Mystic though. Ooh, the dunks follow all the way through. Ooh, Blitz's Its Bolt's Ghost actually beat Turning Account and he beat Sip and Bug. So it's looking pretty good here for Its Bolt to take this first place. Turning Account's going to go ahead and grab that at Zephyrs, which everybody was looking at. There's a Titan's Resolve. That looks pretty juicy. Looks like Its Bolt absolutely agrees with me. I'm not sure exactly who he's going to throw that on, as I'm not sure who still has item space on them. Is that really what it comes down to as we get closer and closer to the end of this game? But let's take a gander here. Who would be a good target for this? Xin or probably Xin, right? Maybe Xin, Rakan, or Jace, I guess, are your 3 options.
If you 3-star the Jace, you throw it on Jace, right?
Yeah, I think I agree with that. There's one Jace,
right?
There's a Jace right there. So he's actually going to throw Mystic in instead of Vanguard here. He thinks that Mystic is going to be a little bit better than that extra armor for his Jace, which I kind of agree with. I think that the overall Mystic is better than just the individual armor for Jace and Wukong, especially since you have a 1-star Wukong.
I'll agree with that.
And your Jace isn't 3-starred, so.
Yeah, here we have it. This is gonna be big. MF Xerath's on the MF. That's gonna be the difference maker. Let's see if MF gets that second ulti off. Maybe.
It's true. It might be enough, but only a level 1 MF. I don't think it's going to be enough damage. This is going to be it for Tourney Account.
Rip the dream. 3rd place, but another great showing from Tourney Account.
Another great showing from Tourney Account. No surprise. He won the first lobby, right? Or first tournament. He won the first tournament. Third place in the second tournament. Really, he's not even locking. What a madman. He hasn't. Oh my gosh, double Jace.
Oh, wow.
You see this? Never punished, guys. It's Bolt. I love it. Bolt just messaged me and said, "I won't die." Okay.
I won't die. Yeah.
I told him not to leave the game because he's my last spectator, and he said, "I won't die." I love this guy. Clearly.
Imagine, dude. I said imagine this front line. I mean, and if you look at it, I mean, look at that. Look at that. 3-star, 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 3-star. Like all melee units, all in your face, just huge damage across the board.
Ooh, big Cho ulti though. Simba gets that Cho ulti. The Darius is popping off. It is not enough at all. So much money on the floor. It's Bolt's just rolling around in it. I think he got 6 gold or something. Like, hello?
Well, when Jace freaking one-shots half your team,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
you're
what
not
happens.
wrong. You're not wrong. Ionic Spark, that's pretty dang good. Probably throw that on Recon, I'd say. Seems like a pretty good option.
Another Gunblade for...
I couldn't even get Lulu too. Money printer OP. Money, yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's all right, Chronic. You did good. 4th place. We take those. Nice stuff. Oh, here's some crazy noise. Yeah, I think somebody donated or followed him or something. I'm not sure. All right. We have all these 3 stars. There's the 2-star Lulu. I guess we hit everything. I guess all we want is a 2-star Wukong.
I think you just win now. You just walk away with the prize pool. If you're Ritz Bolt.
That looks like what's going to happen.
Though. I mean, game level 2. I mean, but yeah, I mean, these 3 stars are just I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be over. But we're about to see here. He's going to go and throw that Ionic Spark on the Recon exactly like we expected. Ash getting hooked to the side. He missed that swap on his Wukong and his Ash.
But his Wukong,
no, it does not matter at all. Its Bolt is overpowering Slip Bug completely. I don't think it's enough to one-shot.
Wow,
It was.
Shot. Holy moly.
I'm sorry, mods. Can someone check how much damage that was?
Yeah, that might be a record breaker right there, dude. It was like 30-something.
That was insane. That was so much damage. GG. GG to its Bolt. I mean, GG to really all of our competitors today. Really great job coming out there. Great final lobby. Again, always interesting to see those non-Galaxy lobbies. But that's going to be it for TFT today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed tuning in to another Esports Arena online broadcast. Of course, since today was Friday, that means TFT. Tomorrow is Saturday. So make sure to keep your eyes out for some Warzone action. And then, of course, for Sunday, if you guys are Microsoft fans, which we all are, Halo 5 and Gears 5 in the same day. Completely free to join those tournaments, guys. Get your squads together and sign up. And then, of course, we have all of next week's tournaments as well, guys. So cruise over to matchuno.com/ESA or exclamation point sign up in chat. If you guys like what we do, please follow the stream. Drop your Twitch Prime or subscription here as well. We greatly appreciate that. If you guys like me and Spirits, you can find us at Spirits and at Shimonahi on Twitter. We'd love to chat with you guys. Feel free to shoot us any questions or feedback, or even if you guys just think we're super attractive and cool guys, feel free just to let us know, as we agree with you clearly. So appreciate everyone's time and everyone hanging out with us on this fine day. I guess the last thing to do would be to tell you guys to cruise over to esportsuno.com and just learn more about us. You know what I mean? It's like that's really what it's all about. We have all of our information on there. One of which is about Series E, which is our semi-professional league that we normally run outside of COVID. And that's for Fortnite and Smash. So if those are your 2 games, or even if they're not, you just want to learn more about the esports ecosystem. This is that next step. This is that first step, and this is where this is really what Esports Unit is going to get back to as soon as we get back up and running, guys. So here's some words from our CEO, who's going to kind of take you through Series E and just kind of share some of that passion. So thanks for watching. See you next week.
The past 4 years at Esports Arena, we really didn't know what our identity was. We tried our pro tournaments, we tried running content pieces, we tried doing music events, we had our memberships. We realized that the community just always kept coming back for our local tournament, for every Wednesday night, every Friday night, every Thursday night. So then it hit us. Series E is going to revolutionize the esports industry. You as a competitor now have consistency to come and compete. You get to keep coming back and let it count for something. That opportunity to get paid by Esports Arena, to get paid by a major brand that's helping support this league, this foundation, because so many times the dollars stop at the pro level. They stop there. They never trickle down to the guys like us, the guys that had the dreams, that wanted to make it, to become a pro, but never had that opportunity because they lived in somewhere in Alaska or somewhere in Idaho. No offense, Idaho, I like you guys, you're still cool, potatoes. But when you don't have that opportunity, like a guy who's from LA or a girl who's from LA or New York or these major cities that have esports tournaments that go all the time, Where can you start? Where do you go? Where do you become a pro? How can you do that? How do you get paid? How do you get noticed? How do you get recognized? It doesn't exist. There's not a clear path there. It's a randomized system. You got to be good. Don't get me wrong. You've got to be good and you got to compete. You got to play. But it's hard when you got a full-time job and you got a full-time student. You got bills to pay. You can't commit yourself 100% to esports. Esports Arena wants to change that. We are going to change that. You're going to get $1,000 a month in pay from Esports Arena. We're going to travel you across the country to compete against other people just like you. That's the feeling that I'm looking at that 8-year-old and I'm thinking, man, this person could become a professional gamer, but how? Now they're going to start their path at Esports Arena and they're going to compete to become that next pro, to become that next influencer, to become that next superstar. They're going to start at Esports Arena. That's what Series E is all about. Opportunity for everyone to be your first step in esports.